Have you ever failed so many times that you just wanted to quit? Imagine a man who failed in business, failed in politics, failed in love, lost people he cared about, lost almost everything. Yet, that same man became one of the greatest presidents in American history. That man was Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln wasn't born a symbol. He was born in 1809 in a poor family in Kentucky. As a child, he had little formal education. Most of his knowledge came from books he read by candlelight. And as he grew up, life didn't roll out a red carpet for him. In 1832, he lost his very first election. In 1833, his business failed, leaving him in debt for years. In 1835, the woman he deeply loved passed away, leaving him shattered. Over the next decades, he kept losing again and again, from Congress to the Senate. If you list Lincoln's failures, it looks like a chain of disappointments. He knew heartbreak, poverty, defeat, and the kind of loneliness most people would crumble under. You might ask, so why didn't he give up? The truth is, Lincoln wasn't superhuman. He faced depression, despair, even hopelessness. But he held on to one thing, the belief that failure isn't the end of the story. It's just a comma. He once said, "My great concern is not whether you have failed, but whether you are content with your failure." And Lincoln chose not to be content. He chose to keep walking. In 1860, after almost 30 years of losing, Lincoln finally won. He was elected President of the United States. And he didn't just lead a divided nation. He made one of the most defining decisions in human history: the abolition of slavery. Think about it. Without all those failures, would he have had the strength, the resilience, the moral courage to lead America through the Civil War? Probably not. Failure wasn't his downfall. It was his training ground. Here's the lesson. Failure is data, not identity. In America, we say, failure is feedback. It's not a life sentence, it's a signal. Lincoln's losses taught him strategy. His bankruptcies taught him responsibility. His grief taught him compassion. Every single defeat carved out the strength that later defined him. Now let me ask you, how many times have you failed? And more importantly, how have you chosen to see it? If you see failure as the end, it will crush you. But if you see it like Lincoln did, as a comma, a teacher, a stepping stone, then failure becomes the very launchpad that will carry you toward success. Failure isn't your enemy. Failure is your teacher. Harsh, yes, but fair. It gives its greatest reward to those who refuse to quit. Lincoln once said, "I am a slow walker, but I never walk back." And that's the reminder for all of us today. It doesn't matter if you move slow. What matters is that you keep moving forward. So, if you're tired right now, if you're staring at your own failures in business, in love, in chasing a dream, remember this: even Abraham Lincoln failed more times than most of us ever will. And it was those very failures that made him great. Don't give up, because maybe, just maybe, the failures you face today are shaping the strongest version of you tomorrow. I'd love to hear from you. What's a failure you faced, and what did it teach you? Share it in the comments, because sometimes your story becomes someone else's survival guide. If you believe failure is not the end, hit that like button. And if you want more stories like this, hit subscribe and turn on the bell. Because every week, I'll bring you a new seed, a new story to help you grow. You are not defined by how many times you fall. You are defined by how many times you choose to rise.